Okay, this is so funny. I actually joke about this a lot with my friends. So I identify as a parent, a RIE parent, and essentially the idea, and it's built out of true child research, like child development. I think of it like nonviolent communication. And I have found once I've learned this that yes, it's meant for kids, and a lot of it is you practice it in regards to young kids, but honestly, it scales. Because like think about it, even as adults, it looks different, but we all throw tantrums. Like we all have our moments of seeing red or where our nervous system gets upregulated like that. And you're gonna have to deal with people like that in your personal life, professional life, children, young and old. It's gonna happen. So knowing how to navigate that. And in RIE parenting, it's essentially you're allowed to feel however you want to feel. There's no judgment. Like the thoughts that come up from our wounds, from our subconscious, they're always going to be there, and to give yourself grace and like you're allowed to feel that way. But you can't do whatever you want to do in life. So for example, in the context of a child, the formula is pretty easy. And the intention is, because people miss the intention and they just get stuck on the formula, but the intention is to actually connect with the person, right? So if your child is having a tantrum because they want apple juice and we're about to sit down and have dinner, you can say, hey, I totally get it. Of course you want apple juice. Like, who doesn't want a shot of sugar before dinner? Like, I would love to eat dessert first. And sometimes even it's okay. Like, there is no judgment, sweet child, why you want apple juice before dinner. Got that. Unfortunately, we can't do that because from experience, the sugar, it'll make it hard for you to sit down at the table. Maybe you'll get full. That little spike if you're eating sugar without your protein first. We've talked about how that affects your body. You might have your reason why, right? So essentially the limit or the boundary is like, we're not going to do it. I'm not going to give in to that tantrum, but I totally get why you're having that. And as I've done this, like I've said, I do this with adults. I even do it with myself. Like, I'm just going to point that out. Just even how many times do we have those words in our head where we're like we're throwing a tantrum or we're criticizing ourselves. I acknowledge myself a lot. I empathize with myself. I'll even have that dialogue either out loud or just to myself, like, man, like, you really want to stay up late and watch TV. Like, of course, that would feel so good. Oh man, like, you really want that third drink. Like, that would be so good if you could have that third drink right now. Unfortunately, you can't, because you're going to have to drive in a couple hours. Like, you got to stop now, or like, man, if you don't go to bed now, you're not going to get up and get your work done, and you just have to, right? So I do it to myself all the time. And I find also now in work, I do it in moments of conflict where I'm like, yeah, like, Mr. Person on the other side, like, you're really upset right now. I totally get it. Like, this situation really sucks. Maybe like you're frustrated because we're asking for more than you want on the selling side. I totally get that. Unfortunately, from our situation, this is what we're going to have to do. But like, I get why this is frustrating for you. And so, yeah, this formula, honestly, it's gold, you guys. It's great. And as long, again, as it's coming from a place of truly authentically trying to connect, you're not just saying it in a passive aggressive way. As long as it's coming from a really authentic place, it's an amazing way to navigate things.